佢哋會問我 Janice， 其實你會唔會嬲㗎？
Janice 一直覺得我係腫㗎，
甚至乎有人同我哋講過，以為我哋黑社會，
琪琪真人咧兩血插刀，
兩脅插刀。
總括嚟講，大家千祈唔好樣衰出街。
Better together。
耶！Hey guys， 我哋係 Better Together Podcast。
Hi，I'm Jill。I'm Janice。
I'm Grace。
I'm Sherman。
I'm Sugi。
我哋終於做呢個 podcast 啦！好開心啊！講咗幾耐咧？我哋呢個
2-3年差唔多，
有冇2-3年啊
2年咯。
？Oh my goodness！Oh my goodness！我覺得係因為今年咧，我哋終於係喂做唔做㗎？唔好成日講，係咪真係做㗎？做就做啦。OK， 跟住就 Jill 同埋 Sherman。
Thank you Jill and Sherman。
係啊 ，push 呢件事即刻去睇地方啦。
係啦，
跟住睇完地方，我哋就
Get 啲
揀燈
gears
啦，
啦
係啦，
係啊
有阿 Dave 幫手啦，Thank you Dave。跟住仲有我哋嘅 special
冇錯。
mascot Pizza。咁啊，唔識我哋嘅觀眾朋友咧，其實我哋係香港娛樂圈幾位嘅有歌手啦，呢度有演員啦，有跳舞，有作曲、填詞做音樂嘅
係啦
人啦。We are in this industry, we love music, and we also love Jesus. Amen.
咁我哋好想咧透過呢個 podcast 咧，就即係 share 下我哋之間嘅 friendship 啦，我哋一啲即係對我哋生命上面嘅睇法，同埋我哋一啲經歷咁樣咯，係。
啊，平時我哋出邊做訪問啊，都唔係好可以坦白到講到嘅一啲
係
嘅 topic 咧，我哋好想喺呢度可以同大家分享 deeper。
Yes loud。
同埋我哋想講啦，其實我哋呢個信仰咧，啲人好有型、好酷㗎，我哋。
要講出嚟。
講出嚟，
你話自己有型嘅時候係唔得㗎，
好有型啊！我呢件事。
基督徒好有型啊。And Jesus was a rebel。其實係嗰時佢係反台啊，即係做好多
係啊
，He's
大家都
swag。
覺得佢唔會做嘅嘢啦
He's
，really
swag
against culture。I think that's it too。
Yes。
咁不如我哋 let's get into 我哋嘅
Let's get
topic 啦，好嘛？
好啊
Yes。
好啦，今日我哋第一個 topic 嘅第一個 question，what is it？不如講下 first impression 啦。嗱，當然啦，就你係兩姊妹，你哋兩姊妹啦。I don't want to hear about 你1歲嘅時候發生咩事，okay？ 或者喺個肚嘅時候發生咩事，反而係大家對對方嘅 first impression 係點？
我記得 Sherman 第一次認識佢咧，就係喺一個係咪一個比賽啊？你係贏咗個獎，跟住我係頒呢個獎俾你㗎。
真係
Yeah，remember？我覺得呢個女仔真係好型咯，佢皮膚好曬得好黑啊，佢跟住又做
，it
得
was like 好 against the trend 嗰時。
Yeah，佢係唔似嗰
好
啲
突出咯。
like average，you know，looking type of artist。
She ain't
Sorry。
average girl。
Sorry，but yeah，我覺得佢係好型，我唔知點解，我覺得我係可以同佢 vibe 咯。
Nice。第一次我見到 Sherman 咧，已經喺 Light Club 一間教會啦。And then the first time 佢講嘢咧係，我可以24小時都睇 God TV 㗎。And I was like, that's weird. Like
好好
I
睇
want to know Jesus，
㗎。
但係唔係24/7喺度睇 God TV 咯。
因為真係好多嘢睇㗎，好多唔同嘅牧者。
佢嗰時就係 exactly
係啦
呢個表情，真係好好睇㗎，
真係好睇
可以24小時睇㗎。但係之後我哋就係 connect with like Christina Aguilera，
係咯
一講音樂啊，一講
跳舞
跳舞
啊係啊
就
係啊
好正。
我諗緊即係嗰陣時認識 Sherman 咧係
Everybody wants to talk about me。
，Yeah。我記得邀請佢嚟我哋嘅屋企有一個 fellowship 啦，
係
跟住我就即刻就好想，唔知有個感動，我好想識呢個女仔，I wanted like get in her heart， 我好想 like 我好想知道佢啲煩惱啊，我唔知點解，我就邀請佢入我間房，跟住我係咁即係好想嘗試去同你
You went
傾
into
偈
her bedroom。
你記
Remember that？
我想講，我記得呢壇嘢，
哦
就係咧，我嗰陣時去咗張珠屋企，仲係喺邊度啊？係你哋舊屋嚟嘅，
係
係啦。跟住 Janice 咧就無端捉住我，你係咪會有啲唔開心啊？定係點樣？類似咁樣問我啦。跟住我真係嗰陣時咁啱有啲唔開心，我話係啊，我真係有啲唔開心啊！我仲諗緊同邊個講 ，That's me，你同我講啦咁樣。
唔係因為我真係好 feel 到啦，跟住就嘗試好想即係 了解你嘅情況咯。
係
係啦
但係嗰陣時我哋仲未話係好 close 或者好
好
知道
close，
大家啲
係啊
嘢嘅。
我最深刻印象，almost like first impression of Janice 係我哋喺TVB 度要表演、同一個 show，跟住我記得我要跳拉丁舞啦，跟住 on show 之前我扭親隻腳少少，
OK，
跟住我就好擔心跳唔到啦。
嗯
And then Janice 喺一廠化妝間。
Oh, I know this story.
She just kneeled down and started praying for my foot. I was like, oh my God, Janice, please don't. And she's like, it's okay. She's like praying for the healing of my foot. And I was like, 嗰下係一支箭，感動啊！
嗯
咩人嚟㗎？It's like so cool。尤其是 Janice 嗰時已經係 you know like Janice。
嗯
She loves
Yeah.
praying for people.
嗯
And she didn't care about 佢係邊個。She just like let me pray for your feet。我必須要停一停咧，聽下大家啲 MBTI 係咩？
INFJ。
INFJ
兩個 INFJ，
Yeah.
喺度
ENFP.
ENFP。
我係咩啊啫
ENFP 啊。
？ENFP。
Really？
What?
你哋兩個都 ENFP？
Yeah。
I'm an ENTP. I like to debate
Wow.
and argue, so I will argue with all of you. Yeah.
因為我哋比較近出道啦，你哋可唔可以講下對 Suki 嘅 impression 啊？
Suki 好型咯，即係佢係好有自己嘅
好 kawaii
性格。呀，
嗰陣時係咪白色頭髮㗎？
嗰陣時係咪未信主㗎？
唔係，我一直都信主嘅，只
係
不過未 follow 啫。
哦，
You believe but not
Yeah,
follow.
yeah.
明白
OK
頭先其實我諗咗好耐，點解咁耐都唔出聲咧？因為我發現原來我都冇乜印象㗎，即係我識咗好耐，完全唔會記得係第一次見係點咯。
我就記得你去我屋企瞓覺咯，我哋團契嘅時候。
我去邊個屋企都瞓覺。
係啊。
我講下 Grace 啦。
Oh God.
OK，
我記得我哋咧係同一日洗禮㗎，喺羅華方舟有 MC Jin 啊，
Yeah.
有高浩正啊
Yeah.
Jason Ma，佢哋
Yes.
全部都喺度嘅。
Yes, it was on.
Was Sher
May 5th.
there?
我嗰陣時唔喺度，
哦，OK。
我洗咗先嘅
Suki wasn't there.
我洗
You're
咗先
not。important. No, I'm kidding.
You're not
We
invited。
didn't invite you.
跟住我哋洗禮之前咧，我哋每一個人都要分享見證。跟住我記得阿 Grace 佢分享見證嘅時候咧係好 dramatic 噶。And she's like so full of life and character. That's my impression of you, girl. You're so comical and just so like full of life and
Animated.
energetic.
That was a very special day. 我記得我阿爸阿媽都有嚟，but then not 阿媽，but like my dad would not go. And I kept praying. I was like, 希望一個咁重要嘅日子佢可以嚟。I think we went through a lot those days. Like I think we were all part of 一個 revival 嘅 BB 啊。Like 嗰個時候係好
真係有復興
多
07
人
年
But
左
we
右
weren't very close that time，唔知點解。
Not yet.
係啊，未 close
但係好
過我哋。
得意就係你都係一個即係 Jill 俾我個感覺你好玩得啊，like full of fun。She's always like the life of a party. Like we can go to places and explore。但係就好似冇乜話特別約對方咯。
係咯
又唔知點解。
係咯，
係咪因為
我記得嗰陣時
太
唔
相
close
似會撞咧？
可能係。
因為我係同佢兩個好熟㗎，兩個都係 introvert 同埋靜啲咯。可能我太嘈啊！我就如果我同一個好嘈嘅人，大家都好嘈啊。哦
Now you know。
但係好得意喎，你哋兩個個 MBTI exactly 係你哋兩個個 MBTI 嘅 pairing 喎。
好夾咯。所以
咁你哋個關係係咪 exactly 係你哋嘅關係咧？你明唔明啊
Good question
咚咚咚。Sorry, I'm a thinker.
因為阿 Grace 咧，佢係成日去 analyse 嘢，長期都 analyse 人、analyse 事，兼 analyse 埋自己嘅佢，所以其實佢個腦都幾忙㗎。有時可能我哋都會比較容易去放棄，咁唔得啊，咁唔緊要啦，下次啦，唔好
個個都成日
係咯唔好麻
係唔
煩大家啦，
緊要咯，
係咯，唔緊要啦。
That's fine. Oh, let's just take a break.
And
It's
you're like
like
no。
no，
Why 咁啊？
因為聖經講不要停止聚會。
That's true。
If we are not dead, we are gonna be there。
係啦，咁啊，如果我哋有時太複雜咧，因為我哋會無端端講下大家嘅意見啦，跟住飛咗第二度咧，咁啊 Grace 都會 come back girls，
同埋阿 Jill，同埋阿 Jill 都係會。
阿 Jill 都係
阿 Jill 都
㗎。
係嘅。
OK next。
OK，
OK，其實你覺得出邊啲人點樣睇你咧？
我覺得人哋成日都覺得我佢哋會問我 Janice，其實你會唔會嬲㗎？即係 like do you get angry？因為佢哋會覺得我係一個好 peaceful 嘅人啊，咁
You are peaceful。
好
有冇試過
calm
really
啊。
don't like someone? Like, I was like, I don't like your face.
都有嘅，有嘅。
I'm sure.
And then what do you do then? What do you do then?
I just cringe. I just have
我覺得 Janice，sorry，一定唔會唔中意 someone's face。記得有一次
唔記得，
琪琪係咪個面部敏感腫晒？
係啊
Janice was like looking into Suki's eyes, like, babe, how are you doing? And I was like, do you not see her face is
佢
swollen?
見唔到啊，
佢睇唔到㗎
佢仲同我傾咗一陣，跟住我同你喺度
Are you okay?
Do you not see my face is swollen?
，yeah，
我睇唔到啊，所以我咪覺得你係睇唔到人哋個樣，係任何敏感。
點解其實 Janice 一直覺得我係腫㗎？你冇分別，因為你不嬲都係咁。
哇！我真係可能覺得 OK，Suki's having a bad day。OK，it's OK。
嗰日都好敏感啊，我個面係好腫㗎喎。She was like,
笑。
babe, how are you doing? I was like, does she look like she's
OK，
你覺得人哋覺得你點啊？外面都係
壞咯，
壞
係
哦
啊。
Is it because of tattoos？啲
Yeah，
紋身啊，啲墨
piercing
啊
啊
啲 piercings 啊
我都有人覺得我哋係加埋我覺得我係壞嘅。我真係試過，我對上一次去美加，我哋一齊做短宣，Suki 嗰陣時走咗啦，跟住我留喺嗰度就等車接我咧，跟住啲會眾咧之後終於肯同我講嘢，
哦
因為佢覺得我有距離，唔敢同我講嘢。我 share 完之後咧，覺得親切咗咯喎咁樣，跟住走嚟同我講，我開頭咧，我真係認識你咧，我以為你係即係嗰啲好蒲啊、好串啊，甚至乎有人同我哋講過，以為我哋黑社會。like 呢啲係一個好唔識講，係個印象咯，係啊。但係啲人多咗認識我個班咧，覺得同我個外表好唔同咯。香港人最中意講入屋係咪？係啦，我覺得我唔係嗰啲入屋 type，我要用啲時間讓人哋了解自己先至得嘅。
但係反而而家唔係咯，我覺得而家香港 is much more open to 唔
Yeah.
同類型嘅女仔，即係反而你
後生仔女就
酷酷
係
地啊，唔好成日喺度笑咧，仲好似 don't try so hard。
係咯，don't try so hard 係最好。
都明嘅，即係如果我淨係望兩個人，跟住一個係多啲 tattoos 嘅，個 makeup 係濃啲嘅，跟住好多 piercing 嘅，即係淨係一個好表面嘅，你會覺得邊個乖啲，同埋邊個即係曳少少咯。
係咪因為我哋 introvert 就好似成日都覺得好 intimidating 我哋嘅樣？
我
或者我哋唔
我同你有大，
笑嘅時候咧
我同你有大分別啲。你唔笑嘅時候，你都好善良嘅。
係咩
You have very
係啊
smiley eyes.
Yeah.
baby.
？OK，that's
Smiley
good to
eyes.
know。
善良的眼睛，我成日都話 Janice
係啦
like she looks into my soul 。唔係，我明嘅，因為我有幾次見到 Sherman 啲訪問咧，係你唔識佢咧，你係點解佢講嘢咁倔嘅？冇乜
係會有人話我
尾音啊
講嘢倔咯，冇
我都
尾音咯
幾中意
直咯
啊，係都幾中意啊。OK，
Yes,
就係
that's so
呢條女做乜嘢咧？點解冇尾音嘅咧？啊，
係
我覺得
我唔中意咁多尾音，好煩，好多尾音好乞人憎。
係咪你好認真啊？我覺得
哦係
認真
係
嘅人有時都會令到大家係有啲誤會。
咁我加翻啲啦，係咧，係啊，
但係有時又會假咗咯，because that's not you。但係你好真嘅時候，可能又太直接。That's the hard part。
想我點啊？
我覺得啲人覺得我係一個鬼妹仔啦，成日都淨係識得笑。因為我做訪問嘅時候咧
都係
，I'm just laughing all the time。I'm like，因為我唔識得點答，跟住我就會笑。
That's good。
都係喎，我發覺你哋兩個都係喎，有一啲問題唔識答咧，要 like 唔知食 what are they laughing
I know.
I'm confused。一入行，I don't know. I think I'm just very excited to meet new people, and then people think I'm ingenuine。但係咧入咗行一段時間之後咧，你 feel 到啲新人好 excited 咧，你會覺得使唔使講嘢咁大聲啊？即係原來 and then you're like oh that was me。
好多人覺得我好講得笑嘅，但係
Yes。
我係一啲唔熟嘅人咧，我有 boundaries 嘅，
哦，
係啊，所以有啲人就會覺得我嗰啲笑咧係嗰啲比較某一個 level，即係佢以為我啲屎尿屁嗰啲笑話，
即係覺得你嘅笑話嘅質素係
係其實係啦啲
低低地嘅。
屎尿屁笑話，
嗯
跟住就有人同我開啲呢啲屎尿屁嘅玩笑啦，跟住我係嬲㗎，我係會嬲㗎，我覺得。跟住就咁啊！
琪琪個真人咧，it's like 嗰啲兩血插刀，
兩肋插刀， 兩脅插刀，
兩脅
你係咪誤會咗咁多年啊？兩脅 OK，
兩脅
我以為兩血插刀啊，我 the blood gushing out is still 插，冇兩脅插刀 OK， 兩脅插刀嘅嗰啲即係嗰啲
兄弟
anything you need I'm there，anything anytime 5 a.m. I'm there。即係我幫得到就幫咯，and it's like 好有義氣啦，同埋佢嗰種咧，你 going through 乜嘢咧，佢會首先同你鬧嗰個 PK 先嘅，即係你好嬲啊嘛。
嚇，
我嗰啲就係
企咗你嗰邊先。
好中意咧，企喺第二邊嘅，我係一定係 devil's advocate。嗱，如果我係嗰個人，可能我咁樣諗咧，咁你哋點，跟住覺得好煩啊！你可唔可以陪下我？發泄下情緒先啊！但係琪琪真係同你發泄，鬧埋嗰條友，鬧到佢七血流
七孔流血，
我鬧到你，你覺得琪琪你唔好咁樣鬧人啦，係啦，鬧到呢個狀況咧，咁你就好啲㗎啦。
其實佢都唔係咁差啫，跟住你係舒唔舒服啲啊？啊，舒服咗。OK， 好，我哋祈禱啊。
好啦，跟住呢一 part 咧就係好想問下大家有冇啲 friendship 咧，你係覺得維係得好辛苦啊？你有啲嘢講啊？
有啊，有啊，有啊。
係點㗎？係邊種啊？
我諗我覺得好維係得好辛苦嘅嗰種，可能我係一個成日都好中意自己解決事情嘅人。
係
如果有一個人將自己嘅問題放得好大，變晒所有人嘅責任嘅話，我係好唔得嘅。但係冇啊，咁你聖經入邊最後耶穌釘十字架之前嗰晚同啲門徒講，佢淨係俾你一個即係 command，個 command 係你得一樣嘢要做就係 love each other 啊嘛，所以
Love God and
係啊
love each other
冇辦法，你係用你哇即係飲奶嘅力啊，做嗰啲唔係飲奶力嗰啲咩咧？畢生嘅力，即係唔識講
出盡奶力啦
係啊
你想講
出盡奶力去維持一段關係咯，因為我知呢樣嘢係耶穌叫嘅咯。
我諗起有一個朋友咧，即係佢係有嗰啲叫咩抑鬱症咁佢經常要食藥嘅。咁我覺得同佢一齊都有少少辛苦咯，同佢相處嘅時間，同埋佢成日都不停講嘢，而佢唔會聽你講嘢。我覺得呢一啲 friendship 好有少少辛苦咯，但係即係我覺得神都同我講話，其實你唔需要做任何嘢，你只要你 present 陪住佢，其實已經足夠咯。有陣時係啊，
我都識嘅呢個朋友，咁佢係有思覺失調，跟住佢係好 unpredictable 咯，即係有時佢會你講啲嘢可能會 offend 咗佢，所以你要好小心講嘢。跟住我同佢 communicate 嘅時候咧，佢就會好多時都係佢不停喺度講佢自己嘅嘢咯，即係佢唔會問翻我問題啊，即係佢唔會 like try to 關心下我，but 係咯，成個 focus 都係成日都喺佢度，所以如果
同埋佢嘅 trauma 咯。
係啊，佢個 trauma。咁如果我哋成日都喺度 give 付出喺一個 friendship 裡面，其實都好攰。係。
我覺得有啲朋友係佢需要你，你一定喺度，但係你需要佢，佢未必會主動去關心你啊、揾你啊。It's always like 你要揾佢，佢先至喺度咯。咁你有時係會 question，咁呢啲係咪真係朋友咧？
Yes。
咁但係當你哋一齊真係可以一齊嘅時候咧，你又好 appreciate 啊，好多嘢講啊，好關心對方。但係好似你唔揾佢咧，係佢永遠都唔會揾你嘅。Almost like that。所以嗰啲我係會咁，我維唔維係咧？但係我有時就會覺得神當佢不停擺呢個人喺我嘅心入邊嘅時候，唔緊要咯，咁我就揾多啲佢咯。Like maybe 我喺度 is just to be with her and I don't need so much back。即係有啲關係，我覺得 maybe I don't need so much back。
哦，
Yeah
yeah
即係冇 expectation 嘅。
係咯，因為神有時擺一個人喺呢個心入邊，it's kind of like 你去關心下佢啦。It's not really like 你會
得到啲乜嘢？
係咯，yeah。
我忽然間諗到一樣嘢，咁啊其實我覺得耶穌都可能係咁諗㗎，因為真係大部分 no offence 啦，即係大部分可能 Christian 佢哋真係無事不得三寶殿嘅，即係你有事嗰陣時，哎呀我有事啊，我祈禱先，跟住當你祈禱完咗一件事，唉我做翻我自己嘢啦，跟住你又係啊就拜拜啦咁，其實 真係其實基督教真係唔係一個教咯，其實真係你同耶穌嘅關係咯，係啊，所以唔係即係唔係哦，你有事就揾佢，冇事就哦，下次你得閒先揾我啦咁樣咯。我覺得你 exactly 係 feel 到耶穌個心嘅。
即係唔係要啲咩先至求神拜佛咁樣嗰種咯。
係啊，其他宗教係㗎，其他宗教我就係拜你，就係要攞到
Yes,
benefit
yes,
我嘅嘢嘛。
係啊係啊
但
，I'm
係
there with the purpose。
Yeah，但係耶穌唔係咯。
有啲 relationship 係有啲 friendship 係辛苦嗰啲咧，就係成日都好多 social events 啦，跟住同埋我真係 sorry，我真係好唔中意 mixed friends 嘅，即係一啲唔識嘅，即係可能我約大家，我將我所有嘅朋友其實出去，但係你哋互相唔識嘅，我呢啲我就好唔想去啦。跟住唔係我唔當佢朋友，係我會好 drain 我會好辛苦。可能我真係好嗌，我係好難成日去對住啲唔係好熟嘅人spend 咁多時間嘅，即係一對我中意 one on one，一係最多3-4個，咁我可以有啲 deep talk。咁一要我可能好
成日都去呢啲 social
係啦 social events，跟住就仲要係可能唔係要假，但係呢啲位你跌唔到嘛，你只可以表面，咁我就會好攰咯。咁所以如果有呢啲朋友咧，佢哋會約我成日去呢度啊，去嗰度啊，去嗰度啊。其實可能佢真係想同我
見多啲面，
見多啲面啦。但係對我嚟講，我會好辛苦。以前我唔識 say no 嘅，反而咧我喺我信仰嗰度神教我一樣嘢咧，我要識得去set 個boundary，因為健康嘅 boundary 係建立緊 relationship 嘅，即係 even 兩公婆啦，係咪？即係best friend，我同 Suki 都會有boundary 嘅咁樣，即係我哋同爹哋媽咪都要啦。咁所以令我最辛苦反而係我自己唔識 handle 嘅時候，例如我唔舒服或者唔中意。我以前會唔敢講嗰啲位，我自己辛苦咯。但係其實你唔講，可能人哋真係唔知。
I also think you need to be a good host。即係如果你要嗌一班人去嚟嘅 party 咧，其實我永遠都係你有3個人係你識嘅，即係點都要有2-3個咧係呢個人熟嘅。咁我 invite 一定係 like nuggets of people。如果唔係，即係好難 invite 一個人，佢個個都唔識，咁你係咪成晚照顧佢啊？
係啊。
Because you are the host, right？
係啊，一嚟啦，同埋二嚟咧就係啲 special events 咧，我係 OK 嘅，即係例如一啲人嘅生日啊，佢哋嘅重要日子啊，咁我就義不容辭，我幾多個唔識我都會去。有人結婚咁，我一個人都試過坐張台度冇人識添。但係如果有啲人係佢個生活習慣係
social
咁啊，
butterfly。
係啦，咁我就好辛苦啊。
所以咧，總括嚟講，大家千祈唔好約阿 Sir 出街。總之唔好約佢就得㗎啦。
冇錯，if you don't want a deep talk, do not invite Sherman。
嚟緊呢個環節咧，我哋就嚟一個 Q&A 咯，
快問快答，
快答。
spicy 啲啊，唔該，我哋有請 Byron
Who's most likely to be late to their own wedding?
Sherman。
喂，
Definitely
未結婚喎
Maybe me, but I'm married now. Yay!
Were you late for your own wedding?
Why me？
I don't think so. Everyone like 起身啦。
係啊，我覺得係阿 Sir。
Who's most likely to start a fight in a bar?
唔使講啦，呢個係咪啊？
Suki,
No.
Grace。
I'll start a fight if you mess with my friend.
Who's most likely to give all their money to charity?
Janice。
Janice.
Really?
喂，大家
Gracie too.
要完全咁樣快答喎。
OK
係啊
係啊，快答 OK。
快答 Janice。
Who's the most likely to ask a random guy on the street for their number?
Jill.
I think so。
我覺得會會咯
Five of
，maybe.
us. It's like if he's really cute.
Yeah.
Cute.
Most likely to fall in love at first sight?
哇，
This is interesting.
快答唔到，因為
但係個 fact 係阿 Grace 咯。
Oh, yes.
係冇錯。
that's a fact。
But 如果而家答，
Okay, who's most likely to splurge on an expensive item?
I think that's Byron。
Oh.
Yes.
Send
Splurge on
nice
toys.
coffee. Oh, you will spend the money on the
E-dog.
Okay. Who's most likely to survive on a deserted island?
哇
Suki.
I think it's me too。
Yeah, she will eat leaves.
You're so creative.
She will kill that fish.
Yes.
Eat that bug.
Most likely to accidentally start a fire in the house.
Definitely Sherman. Yep. Really? Yeah, 唔知
I thought it would
咧。
be Jill or Jan. I don't know why.
Jill.
Jan，
Me?
因為佢
Jan did。
You really started a fire！ Oh
仲係燒到座山啊！
Yeah.
That
We
was
almost burned down
camping.
the forest. Well, she's like and then she just dropped the 噴緊火嗰個嘢。
佢仲要抌喺唔抌喺前面冇草地，佢抌喺啲有草
有草地嘅地方。係啊，好笑。
Who's most likely to accidentally leak a secret?
Jill，
Maybe.
大家要答嘅喎，唔可以唔答嘅喎。
OK，
我真係唔知啊呢個。
可能係 Jan Jill 喎，可能冇心咯，冇心。
係咯，冇心。
阿 Jill，
Oops. Who's most likely to buy a random trip to somewhere? Like
Suki.
tomorrow
Suki.
I'm going to
Suki.
Suki is very spontaneous.
I think
Yes.
me too。
係啊。
Okay.
Yeah，me。
Who's most likely to not mind falling asleep in a public place?
Suki。
me。
係咯。
Yeah.
Anytime，冇問題。
Anytime,
No shame,
Yes.
anywhere, with
No shame.
Okay, who's most likely to take a cab ride for a very short trip?
Gracie.
Yeah. Gracie.
Suki 都會喎。
Offended. Girl, if you wear 5-inch heels, I will tip though. I'd be like, it's 20. 而家幾多錢話27蚊啊最平。
26.7哦
29蚊 I will give a 50.
Wow.
Thanks for driving me for 3 minutes. I can't walk.
Okay, who's most likely to last a whole day without food and not complain about it?
Definitely
Grace.
not you guys.
Not us.
Not you
Not
guys.
us.
Not
Have
you
enough
guys.
food?
Me and Jill did like 1-day water fasts.
Yeah.
Girl.
That's true.
We hungry, but we take it. 咁我哋呢一集就嚟到呢個尾聲啦，希望大家喜歡我哋一齊傾談嘅問題啊，無聊嘢啊，唔知乜嘢啦。
係啊係啊
But anyway，都可以嚟我哋嘅 socials 咧，我哋下一個 topic，What are we talking about, girls in episode 2？
仔嚟。
仔情。
仔嚟
Juicy.
拍拖，所以咧，如果你有咩問題啊，或者有咩 topic about dating 你係想傾嘅咧，please leave it in the comments。咁我哋下次就可以抽到你個問題去傾啦。
大家
Thank you,
可能
guys.
覺得今集有少少保守，睇
係都真係有啲保守嘅
因為第一集就話俾你聽，我哋試完呢個水溫之後，有排你
Boiling water。
有
揾水嚟啊！好啦，拜拜。
Bye.